Hello there, it's Maggie, the Cheshire Crafter here. Now, I've returned home after being out today to the RHS Show at Tatton Park, which is near Knutsford in Cheshire. For the first time ever, I've been with a carer and I've experienced what it's like to view from a wheelchair with some difficulty, and I'm going to critique it here. I'm going to tell you what I found good about it and what was difficult and what really worked. Like most things, I'm going to say well done for putting the show on. I think it must have been incredibly hard. Now, it's now Thursday night and the temperature's dropped to about 18-19 degrees and there's a breeze. This is the week when it's hit 40 degrees and they've been building gardens in that heat on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday was members only, and today was the first day that the public were allowed in. And the show runs at Tatton Park until Sunday. It's open 10 till 5, and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. That will be the 22nd, 23rd, 24th of July. This is 2022. Tickets aren't cheap. I booked for a disabled with a carer. The carers will go free, and the tickets did include parking. I would say that without a car it's very difficult to try and get there. If you're travelling by train or bus, there are shuttle buses that will transfer you from Altrincham station, I think. You very much need to read the website. Having said that, booking tickets was difficult. They only sell them as an e-ticket. There wasn't enough time for them to get into the post, and numbers were limited. So I would say if you've got any intention of going, ring up and book a ticket. However, when we got there, not only do we have difficulty finding the site, I know full well where Tatton Park is, but there are major roadworks off Junction 7. I think that's the A556. And it sent us beyond where we needed to go to Wythenshawe, and we had to turn around and come back. We were able to access the site from the Manchester side, but not from the Chester side. Now, their website will say, don't follow your sat-nav. Well, sorry, but we had to follow the sat-nav. So that was the first difficulty. When we got there, there was no signal. There was no Wi-Fi. There was a problem once we arrived at the site, and that was that there was no internet signal, which means I couldn't prove I'd bought a ticket. The ticket cost £35 plus a £1 booking fee. Neither could I get into my phone bank records to show that I'd paid in advance. However, we were guided to the bookings ticket office, and they were able to check that I'd paid on the using my postcode. So by the time we got into the site, I have to say my carer was pretty good. I felt pretty stressed out and hungry and thirsty by the time I got in there. It wasn't an easy method of getting in there. I would say book, and I would say plan your journey before you go, because there is no signposting off the M56 motorway from Chester direction. That's if the hog roast Does it sell drinks? We didn't buy a brochure, they were £7. However, there were dotted around the site, you are here and this is where you will find. And we worked our way round on, at times, difficult access. I had to constantly get in and out of the wheelchair to access the metal pavement that they'd placed down. There were many people in mobility scooters that were nearly toppled forward on them because there's something like a 3-inch step upwards at times. It really wasn't easy. The fact that I can get in and out of my wheelchair is beneficial, but even I nearly tripped up and I could have really hurt myself a few times. Be very careful with that. Dogs were welcome. I wouldn't say children were. If I had children, I wouldn't spend money on buying them a ticket. There wasn't anything there for them, I don't think, other than buying them a drink and an ice cream, and I think they'd be pretty bored. There was only one activity for children that I saw, really. I would say don't waste your money. I'd say it's pretty much an adults-only event. Having said that, lots of food and drink opportunities. The plants were in good condition. I wouldn't say excellent. I've been to many RHS shows in my time. Although they've had problems with COVID and although they've had problems with heat temperature this week, there were very few plants that I looked at and said, oh my God, that is magnificent. What I am going to do here is I'm going to show you the gardens that have been voted the gold medals. And then I'm going to tell you which gardens I voted for. So I'm going to highlight the things that are going to stay with me, the things that I really liked, the things that were innovative. There were many gardens that were the usual purple and green and pinks. There were lots of alliums out. There were lots of agapanthus out. Lots of echinacea. I'm going to pinpoint the things that were innovative to me and things that will stay with me from this show. I was very pleased to be invited onto one of the stands because it was a stand that was a post-recovery from COVID-19 garden. The young designer had won an award for innovation for this, and it's wheelchair friendly. She invited me onto it to test it out, and I highly recommend that. When I got home, I found that I was able to vote for my favourite gardens, and I voted for that one online once I was home. There was plenty of parking. There was plenty of disabled parking. You could have a picnic if you wished, either outside in the car park or inside in the grounds. There was plenty of food and drink opportunities. Toilet facilities, disabled toilet facilities, they were incredibly clean. There was top up your water bottles free facilities, first aid facilities. The facilities were very good. It's very well organised, very well stewarded, and well done the RHS for putting on this show. I have actually come away enjoying it. So I recommend that you book your ticket in advance. Check your journey in advance, double the time that it's going to take you to get there and double the time it's going to take you to get back. It took us 2 hours to get back to Chester, leaving at 5 o'clock. Well, I hope you've really enjoyed that little visit to the RHS show. I certainly did, and I certainly recommend it. We've come back through the village of Knutsford and back through where I did my schooling. So it's been a really interesting day today. Why don't you come back and join me again soon? Anyway, for now, bye for now. See you soon.